uncovering the 85 secrets behind Lionel Messi's World Cup victory. Hello and welcome to our video exploring the 85 secrets behind Lionel Messi's World Cup win. In this video, we will take a deep dive into how he made it happen and what motivated him to become the champion. Lionel Messi believes that he is one of the greatest footballers of all time. Winning the World Cup has always been the greatest dream of his career. Despite the criticism he faced, he never gave up on his goal to win the World Cup. Even with all the hardships he faced, he continued to work on his goal to win the World Cup. He believed in himself and his team to win the World Cup. He knew that the reward for all his hard work would come in the form of the World Cup. He had great moments with his team throughout the World Cup. He had a wonderful camp experience throughout the World Cup. He slept well throughout the World Cup. He was relaxed throughout the World Cup. He followed a routine during the World Cup. He talked to his teammates before going to sleep during the World Cup. He believed he and his teammates were doing well during the World Cup. He felt very calm during the World Cup. He was very emotional about winning the World Cup. He imagined the World Cup asking him to catch it. He did not think of anything else but to catch the World Cup. He was interested in living the moment during the World Cup. He was taking things day by day during the World Cup. Everyone believed he is the greatest player of all time during the World Cup. World Cup had eluded him for a long time. He wanted to make this World Cup his greatest ever World Cup. Winning the World Cup was one thing that he wished for all his life. For Lionel, winning the World Cup was more than just a triumph on the pitch. Winning the World Cup was a personal journey that he had been on for several years. He wanted to silence his doubters by winning the World Cup. He wanted to prove his worth by winning the World Cup. He wanted to prove people who had counted him out for the World Cup that they were wrong. He wanted to prove that he is a player to be feared playing against during the World Cup. He wanted to clear the myth that he would never get his hands on the World Cup. He wanted to prove that he is still one of the best players in the world by winning the World Cup. He wanted to prove that his skills have not diminished by winning the World Cup. He was determined to finish what he had started by winning the World Cup. For winning the World Cup, he put everything at stake. For winning the World Cup, he faced the worst game of his life. His team made it easier for him to win the World Cup. He won the must-win game to win the World Cup. He won the most difficult game of his life to win the World Cup. He believed he can pull it through to win the World Cup. He believed that this extraordinary World Cup win awaits him. He believed that he can overcome all the tough moments that he faced to win the World Cup. He believed in never giving away his dream of winning the World Cup. He believed he will get the reward of winning the World Cup that he most desired. Lionel's performance was nothing short of phenomenal, which won him the World Cup. He gave dazzling assists to his teammates to win the World Cup. He made unstoppable runs against other teams to win the World Cup. He featured in many unforgettable moments to win the World Cup. He gave an amazing performance on the pitch to win the World Cup. He was at the peak of his performance during the World Cup. He was determined to claim the biggest trophy of all, the World Cup. Lionel's motivation to win the World Cup was not just personal, but it also extended to his team. He motivated his team in the changing room to win the World Cup. His team gave their all on the pitch to win the World Cup. For winning the World Cup, Lionel and his team were unstoppable. Lionel and his team had the support of Argentinian fans. He believed that even the excitement of his team cook helped him win the World Cup. He confirmed that the coaching staff was amazing and they helped him win the World Cup. He had former players who had gone through the same situation he was going through during the World Cup. He had people who knew how to deal with very critical times during the World Cup. He had people who knew what to say and do all the times during the World Cup. He had people who had the experience of being in a World Cup. He had opportunity to release his anger and stress during the World Cup. He had a guide to talk to during the World Cup. He believed the people wanted to see him holding the World Cup. The people of Argentina stood firmly beside him and wanted to see him win the World Cup. For Lionel, winning the World Cup was the answer to all the criticism that he received from all walks of life. For Lionel, winning the World Cup was the justice for all the unjust things that was done to him. For Lionel, winning the World Cup was the cure for all the hurt that was caused. Winning the World Cup was an achievement after so much suffering. Winning the World Cup was the answer to the pain his family had suffered. Winning the World Cup was the final hope after so many disappointments. For him, winning the World Cup was a happy ending to several years of heartaches. He was able to bear the feelings of agony along with the moments of ecstasy during the World Cup. He was able to face the highs and lows during the World Cup. He wanted luck to make winning the World Cup happen during his career. He wanted to complete his football by winning the World Cup. He wanted to complete his trophy cabinet by winning the World Cup. He wanted to create a legacy that is interminable by winning the World Cup. Winning the World Cup brought him closure. He believed that Diego Maradona and people who loved him encouraged him and gave him the strength to win the World Cup. He had imagined Diego Maradona giving him the trophy after he won the World Cup. He wanted to emulate Diego Maradona by winning the World Cup. He wanted to be remembered as one of the greatest footballers of all time. He wanted his legacy to live forever. Winning the World Cup also made him rethink his decision to retire. And that concludes our video exploring the secrets behind Lionel Messi's World Cup win. Thank you for watching and we hope you enjoyed it. Subscribe to our channel for more exclusive content. Leave a comment below with your thoughts on Lionel Messi's World Cup win. Share this video with your friends and family who are fans of Lionel Messi and football. Until next time, goodbye.